This is a flight review of my experience taking an international flight with Sichuan Air, the largest airline in Western China. If you have a flight coming up with Sichuan Airlines, then this video is for you. Hello and welcome back to another Travel 101 experience. Before we get started, we would love to know where you're watching from. Let us know in the comments below. Recently, I took an international flight from Melbourne Airport to Chengdu, China on Sichuan Airlines. This was my first flight with them, so I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. This was an economy class ticket that was roughly 10 hours on an Airbus A350. When we arrived at the airport, we checked in our 23 kilos of included luggage. Then it was straight to the gate and we were ready to board. I already knew that Sichuan Airlines headquarters were in Chengdu, which is famous for pandas, so I was curious to see how they might incorporate pandas into the airline's branding. And it didn't take long for me to spot them. While boarding, I saw a large panda design on the side of the aircraft. First impressions of the plane were quite good. The cabin appeared clean and either new or recently refitted. There seemed to be adequate room in the overhead compartments. The seats were fabric, which isn't my personal preference, but I was happy to see that they were in good condition with no visible damage. Legroom was pretty good and standard for an economy class seat. There was an adjustable footrest, which added extra comfort. The seats were equipped with USB charging points. At first I thought the headrests were a little bit low, but then I realised they could be adjusted to suit your height. There was in-flight entertainment included with a reasonable selection of new releases with some English and Chinese options. There was a blanket for each seat, which I appreciated. Before takeoff, the crew distributed some headphones, then they played the safety in-flight video. Shortly after, the cabin lights were dimmed and we were ready for takeoff. Once we were safely in the air, they started drink service. I love the little detail of the panda on the cup. For the first meal, they served chicken or a beef option. This came with a little snack box. Inside there was fruit, bread, a pickled vegetable, which was surprisingly delicious, and a drink. The crew even offered extra bread rolls. During the flight, when I visited the lavatories, they were small as expected but felt clean and well maintained throughout the journey. Later in the flight, it was time for our second meal. They offered 3 types of tea initially: jasmine, green and black tea. I decided to try jasmine tea, which was quite nice. For the meal options, there was eggs and sausages or noodles. This was also served with bread and a pickled vegetable. I'm not sure what the vegetable is, but it's really nice. Not long after the second meal, the cabin was cleared, and then the lights were dimmed and we were preparing for landing. Overall, I was really happy with my flight on Sichuan Airlines. Everything was at a good standard and I would not hesitate to fly them again. We hope you enjoyed watching our experience flying on Sichuan Airlines. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all our Travel 101 experiences. Thank you so much for watching and we really look forward to seeing you in our next video.